Hello friends, in today's class we'll start with a new chapter, that is chapter 15, Introduction to Graphs. Now what are graphs? Graphs are nothing but visual representation of data that is collected. Now we may get the marks obtained by the students in a particular class. So this data can be represented in graphs. What are they? They are the visual form of representation of the data that is collected. Now graphical presentation is easier to understand. When you see anything visually, it is easy to understand. So graphical presentation is easier to understand. This is true when there is a trend or comparison. What do you mean by that? When there is a change, say in the case of the sales of a company, if there is an increase or a decrease in the sales, it will be represented on the graph and it will be visible very easily. Okay. So the different kinds of graphs are bar graph, double bar graph, histogram, pie graph, line graph and linear graph. Now we will see the first graph, that is the bar graph. You already know about bar graph. You have learnt it in your previous chapters as well as in your lower classes. Okay. Now if you are given data in this form, that is the months are given July, August, September, October, November and December, and the number of watches sold, namely 1000, 1500, 1500, 2000, 2500 and 1500. Now you have to represent it in the form of a bar graph. Okay, so what we'll do, we will first take on the horizontal axis, we will take the months in the horizontal axis, and on the vertical axis I will represent the watches. In we will write the scale as 1 unit is equals to 500 watches. So I can mark it as 500, 1000, 1500, 2000 and 2500. So the first is 1000. So this is how I draw a graph and it is 1000. This for the second one it is 1500. I mark it as 1500. For the third month, for the month of September, it is 1500. Then for October it is 2000. For November it is 2500. Now for the month of December it is 1500. So from this we get a lot of information, like in which month the number of watches sold was highest, and in which month the number of watches sold was least, and in which month the number of watches was highest, lowest. All such kind of information we can get when we draw a bar graph. Okay, this is how we draw a bar graph. I hope you all understand. Now we will go to a double bar graph. How to draw a double bar graph? Here we are given a data like children of school A, B and C, and how they come to school by walking, cycling. Number of students who come by walking is 40 in school A and cycling is 45. School B walking is 55 and cycling is 25. School C walking is 15 and cycling is 35. We can represent this data in a double bar graph. That is, in the same bar graph we represent both the data, the people who come by walking and the people who come by cycling. So this is how we represent it in a double bar graph. So for 40 is walking, school A that come by walking, so this is 40, and by cycling this is 45. Then school B who come by walking is 55 and those who come by cycling is 25. School C, those who come by walking is 15 and those who come by cycling is 35. So from this we get information about The number of which school has the number of people coming by walking the highest? It is school B. Similarly, by cycling, which school has the highest? It is school A. So such kind of information we get from the double bar graph. Okay. Now we'll go to the pie chart. Now we have seen how to draw a pie chart. So here we will take one example, that is the color that is liked by the people the most, whether it is blue color, green color, red color or a yellow color. The number of people is 18 for blue, green it is 9, red it is 6 and yellow it is 3. Now we will find the fraction, and from the fraction we will get the degrees. So I represent the blue on the pie graph. This is 180 degrees. So it is almost 50% of the total whole. It is 50% is blue color, and 90% 90 degrees. 90 degrees is half of blue is green, and you have 60 degrees is red and 30 degrees is yellow. Sometimes this data is given in the form of percentage, so it is even more easily understandable. Okay, so this is how in a circle we divide it into degrees. The entire pie chart, the degrees is 360 degrees. We divide them into degrees and we draw the pie chart. Okay, I hope you understood this. Now we'll go into a histogram. A histogram is drawn for class intervals, whereas in the case of bar charts, they were not drawn for class intervals. Whenever you have class intervals, we draw histogram. There is no space between the bars. Okay. Now I have been given class intervals of 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, 50 to 60. So we have plotted the values on the graph. On my x-axis are the marks of the students, and on my y-axis are the number of students. Here 1 unit is equal to 2 students. So when for the class interval 0 to 10, the frequency is 2. So I can write here 2. Similarly, for the class interval 10 to 20, what is the number of students? It is 10. For 20 to 30, it is 21. For 30 to 40, it is 19. For 40 to 50, it is 7. And for 50 to 60, it is 1. So this is how I draw the bar histogram on a graph. Okay, I hope you understood. So that is all for this class. Thank you, friends.